What's up YouTube, Danny from Blue Moon Films here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips in 5 minutes with Adobe Premiere Pro 2017. Let's get into it. So the first tip I want to share with you is just to set up 2 of my favorite keyboard shortcuts, and that's the delete tool and the ripple delete tool. Both of those shortcuts are going to help improve and speed up your editing workflow, get through edits much faster, which is what we want, right? So, and the way we do that, we go up to the toolbar, click edit, go to keyboard shortcuts. It brings up this lovely menu, and there's a search bar here. We can search for delete, and the first one here is actually called clear or delete. The default is delete. We want to set it to D, so just click in there, press D, and boom, got D as your delete key or clear key. Below that, we've got ripple delete. We want to set that to F. So again, just click it, press F, and boom, ripple delete is now F. So let me show you the difference between the 2 tools. The delete will leave a gap, and the ripple delete will close the gap. So moving on to tip number 2, and adjustment layers. What an adjustment layer does is a non-destructive way of adding effects to your video tracks that affects all the video tracks underneath. We can add an adjustment layer by right clicking in the project window, going to new item, an adjustment layer, making sure it's the same as the sequence settings, 1920 1080, 25 frames a second, a square pixel. So now with our adjustment layer, we can drag it onto V5. That will affect anything underneath V5. So we've got V4, V3, V2, V1, so anything under that adjustment layer. We can even put it on V4, and then we can have these on top, so those won't be affected by our adjustment layer, but V3, V2, and V1 will. So for this example, we'll put our adjustment layer on V5, and we'll go to our effects, and we'll look for crop, and I'll add some crop bars in there. So we're on top at 10%, and we're on bottom at 10%. So you can see there, by using the adjustment layer and the crop effect, we've ended up with the black bars, which look quite cinematic. Beautiful. Okay, just to give you another example with adjustment layers, you could do literally any effect to an adjustment layer. The idea being you preserve your clips underneath, and you don't have to ruin the clips and keep all your effects on your adjustment layer. So again, another effect, you can do color corrections with RGB curves. We can change our color curves, drop the shadows, boost the highlights, adjust the midtones, and then if we delete that adjustment layer, our footage just goes back to the way it was. And then we can stack our effects on top of these again, so we can put our crop in there again, and boom, color correction, cinematic bars right on the adjustment layer without affecting our clip underneath. Boyakasha. Next tip number 3 is light leak transitions. I like using light leaks as transitions. It makes things more interesting. So let's just take a look at a normal cut. So a cut like that, make that more interesting by putting a light leak just in here. And the way we do that is we can import. You can get them for free in very many places. You can get them from www.rocketstock.com/light-leaks. They work great for this transition. So I'm going to pick this amber transition here. I'm going to import that into my project bin, drag it up to the source monitor. I'm going to pick my in and out point for this light leak. So just as it comes in at the top there and right about there. And I'll pull that into my timeline over the clip which I want to transition, which is these 2. What we need to do to make this light leak transition work, we need to change the blend mode opacity of this clip on V3 so we can see V2 underneath. And we do that by selecting the clip and go into effect controls. And you see opacity tab here, go to blend mode. It's on normal at the moment, we want it on screen. Any of these blend modes are going to change the alpha channels. I like to use screen. Now with this light leak transition, the screen is going to give us the best results, and it looks like this.
Catch any birds yet?
Now we just need to change that slightly because we can see the clip changing. What we want to do is get it to the point in which the light leak has got the most brightness, which is there. Put the playheader there and drag that right over where the 2 clips on V2 change, and then it should be pretty seamless. Yeah, so it looks like that, and that is a light leak transition. I think it looks pretty cool, makes your transitions a little more interesting, and yeah.